Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I'm Anaam. Today we are talking about the only option available to the Toltec warrior. It's a very simple life. It's not complicated. We're not into fancy philosophies to fill our head up with just junk and then ruminate over that junk for the next 20 years and then go to a shrink, pay someone good money to listen to you vomit your junk out every hour, every week, once an hour. Hour's up, fuck off. I'll see you next time. That's what life is, isn't it? For the average man. That's what life is. For the warrior, that's not life. The warrior is very clear about one thing. And that one thing I'll outline right now. There's a term in gaming, if any of you are into gaming, there's a term called GIT, GIT, G-U-D, good. Get good. That's the way it is written in comments and forums everywhere. Gamers use that word. Specifically for a game series called Dark Souls. Now, Dark Souls, the whole marketing for that game is you will die again and again and again and again to the smallest thing in the game. You will just die. And as you can then imagine, there are a lot of rants about Dark Souls and how difficult it is, and I just keep dying, and why do they have to make it? Yeah, well, why do you have to play it then? Right? And then that's how it came about. Get good or stop playing. There's a reason why I'm mentioning this. Really, there's no other option left to anyone interested in their own freedom, except getting better and better and better. There's no other option. Think about it. What other option is there? You're going to stay on a plateau of your comfort zone. I have my salary, I have my job, I will get my watch 60 years later, then I will have my pension. Yeah, you didn't design that life, did you? You were sold that life like you were sold life insurance. Another scam, by the way. You were sold that life. By who? By those who do not have your best interests at heart, except to keep you healthy and alive and turning up to work to make money for them. Now, I don't mean businesses and all this. I mean the people who control this world and the parasite that controls those people. All money, you may have noticed in the world, seems to always mysteriously end up in a very few hands. Isn't it amazing? So whilst you're busy with looking after your pension fund, I don't even know the names. I discovered this when one of my early apprentices she talked about, we were looking at her finances, and I was like, what is this pension thing that you're paying every month towards? And she said, in life, in the future, when I'm when I'm old, then I will cash in on this pension. Meanwhile, they invest this money and grow this money for me. I said, really? Is that what they do? They invest this money and grow it for you, huh? Such good-hearted people, aren't they? Beautiful. And what are you going to get out of it 60 years later? It'll have multiplied, and she'd been sold a whole scam about it, like the whole shebang. And so we slowly started picking that apart and bringing reality into it. Didn't take long, 5 minutes. That's how flimsy the scam is. 5 minutes of actually looking at it, and she went, I'm going to stop this tomorrow. What am I doing? Right? It's the same deal. You are meant and bred to be a worker drone. And if you want out of that scripted life, If you're happy with it, fine, knock yourself out. If you want out of that, there's only one option left to you, because the other two options, spiraling downwards towards self-destruction or plateauing in your comfort zone, are not for you. Are they? They're not for you. They're not for you. So you don't have the option of failing or losing. You don't have that option. You don't. If you're interested in yourself, you don't have that option. You don't even have the option of sitting on your ass with your gold medals around you and twiddling your thumbs for the rest of your life either. You have that option. The only option you have is get good at acquiring what? Knowledge. Get better and better, because all knowledge ultimately leads to self-knowledge. All knowledge ultimately leads to self-knowledge. If you pursue it deeply enough, you will see it. The challenge for you is to get better and better and better. Acquire more knowledge. You can start by reading more books. This doesn't apply to my apprentices because they're already reading loads of books. But the rest of you, a lot of you just put your... Apparently nowadays, reading a book is actually listening to it being narrated, and I've been reading the book. What? No, you've been listening to a narration. You haven't read any books. Reading, the act of reading, it's very different. You might want to try and notice that one day. Listening and reading are very different. They do different things. You have to employ different things in your mind. Your focus, your concentration. You have to do very different things. So you can start by actually reading. Reading. You might remember reading. Read some books. Which means that you're exercising your mind. Your mind is enriching with preferably read books that are, empowering, enriching. Get good. Employ your mind. Keep your mind sharp and knowledgeable. Get good at exercising yourself. Physical fitness. You have to remain at any given time at the peak of your physical capabilities. That's what a Toltec warrior is interested in. And you have to invest. Not in gyms. Stay away from gyms. There's plenty of calisthenics, keyword, calisthenics, you can do. In fact, you can go to a YouTube channel, the only one I recommend, called Calisthenic Movement. It's run by two chaps from, I don't know where they are from really. And this is the only channel you'll ever need to get yourself to peak physical condition for you, wherever you are at. If you've never exercised in your whole life, you got a big fat belly or you're just a fat ass, no problem. You start where you are and incrementally get better. Remember, there's no other option for you, is there? Because that plateau that we're all so fond of, that's actually also self-destruction. So really, unless you're moving forward in your life, actively participating in your own elevation, evolution, transcendence, you are destroying yourself. You're on the path of self-destruction. Nothing can go like this forever. It will start going like this eventually. Unless an outside force interferes with that, which has to be you, not the parasite. The outside force who interferes in your life to carry it upwards has to be you, not your parasite and not your brainwashing. Enhance your awareness. Get good. Get better and better with your awareness, your noticing power. Don't shuffle along life like a zombie. Brains. Don't be that one. Right? Inform yourself of the world around you. What's actually happening? Keep your eyes clear and sharp, your ears open. Keep your senses sharp and alert. You have to become the kind of person who is interested in only one thing in their life: getting better. Getting better. What does that mean to you? You have to define it. It'll mean different things to different people. But all of that will lead to self-knowledge. I promise you this. That journey of getting better, whatever it is, will lead to self-knowledge. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that because that self-knowledge is the only way you will qualify yourself, equip yourself with enough personal power, with enough battery juice to make the leap towards freedom, or at least make your bid towards freedom from the parasite, at the very least. It's the only way. There's no other way. There's no other way. If there is another way, put it in the comments below. I challenge you. I invite you. Think of any other way to do that. There isn't any. You have to command your own ship. You must, and you can. You're watching this video. The others are here in the masterclass, which I urge you to join every Sunday. They're here. They're here for the same reason. They want to get better. You want to get better. That's why you're watching this video, and you can do this. You can do it. You can do it. You can get better at every aspect of your life. You don't eat well? Fine. Learn how to cook. It's not that hard. Cook your own food. You'll know exactly what you're eating, how much you're going to eat. There's so many ways to get better at everything. Everything. You got problems, health problems? There's a way out of them. But you have to be interested in getting better. Right? I can't tell you how many times I've talked to the average man, average woman, same thing, and they will whine and complain or present or display a problem or many problems in the conversation, right? Then I'll do my favorite thing. I'll give them a solution. Clear, and the simplest solution. Simple as anything. Give them a simple solution, which is guaranteed to work. And then I sit back and watch them defending the problem. Anytime a solution comes your way and you're looking for a solution, but then as soon as the solution appears, you start defending the problem, you're not interested in getting better, are you? I have talked to people with terminal diseases. Terminal means they will die of that disease. I've talked to them myself and employed this exact technique. Give them a solution. They'll start defending the problem. They'll actually start defending the failure of the medicines they're taking, the chemical therapies or whatever, the radiation they bombard the human body with. They'll start defending the failure of those things in their life. Amazing. You just sit back and watch. You're going to die in 2 months. No one's going to miss you, really, if you're very, very honest. No one. People kind of remember you vaguely after 10 years or something. That's the sum total of your existence. And you're defending the very things that are killing you, or at least ineffective at making you better. You're not really interested in getting better, are you? Yeah. You want to stay away from that mentality. Anytime you find yourself defending the problem in your life, justifying and defending and giving the myriads of reasons, you are in the wrong room, my friend. You better hurry up and leave, as Bob Dylan said in the song Desolation Row. Yeah, you have to get interested in getting good. You must. You must get better, get better. So, what is the one thing that will prevent you from even thinking about this? That's why you're watching this video, because it's not been your priority, has it? It's not. And the one thing that will actively work against you for you to get better in your life, in anything, financial betterment, spiritual betterment, physical betterment, emotional betterment, every which way, is the average man's consensus insanity. It will come at you like a tangible force, a cunning adversary. It will eventually, if you're relentless enough with your betterment, it will get very desperate and it will throw anything it can at you, from within and from without. Your body will start falling sick, or provided you're not, self-destroying by pushing yourself beyond your own limits like an insane person. We're not talking about that. We're talking about provided you're doing your bit, you will see there'll be serious opposition. Your own family, that family that you love so much? Yeah, start acquiring wealth. Watch what happens. Yeah. But not one of you in your family have ever acquired any significant wealth anyway. So you don't have any experience. You think, yeah, we're all a team and we look after each other and we meet at Christmas, and yeah, start acquiring some serious wealth and watch what happens. Best friends will be coming out of the walls every 5 minutes. Don't you remember me? I'm your aunt who 50 years ago. You used to play in my lap. Yeah. Amazing relatives will start coming out of the woodwork. Best friends. You remember me? We went to school. We were in kindergarten together. What? I don't know. I don't remember you. Who the fuck are you? Right? Any kind of betterment. Start taking care of your health. What's the resistance that comes from the sick fuckers around you, who are just as diseased as you? Freakish looking circus freaks, genetically degraded because of their own ignorance and lack of self-responsibility. And you turn that around, you start acquiring knowledge, and you start taking responsibility for your health. Watch what happens. They won't be able to stand it. They won't be able to stand you. You will get serious opposition. Then you will really see, okay, those who are genuinely interested in my betterment, you will truly value those people, and there will be very, very few. You'll truly value those people. You'll go, whoa, and they won't be the ones that you expect. I tell you this, they won't be. You and your brother, big pals, you used to play together, and now, it's all, he's got my back, I've got his back. Yeah, one of you start becoming better and watch what happens. It's the rare person who will come along and really encourage you and say, hey, you're doing well. I want to support more. I want to support you more. What can I do to help you get even better? Those are the people you want to keep around. The entire world will conspire to keep you where you are. It's your job to have more intent and personal power than that, and keep going. You can do this. This is really not a problem. You can do it. And you will do it. Because eventually, after recycling back again and again, enough incarnations, something in you will just get bored and tired and go, you know what? I have to get out of here. And that's when getting better will make sense to you, and it will become your priority. Warriors don't wait around for such an event. We just use common sense and just roll our life along with that. And we use death as our advisor. So here's a simple little magic spell that I use myself very often, all the time, and have used it for many years. I know this works. It's a fantastic spell. Now, keeping Disney aside, actual magic it's very helpful to think of it as water over stones, running water over stones. Unless you have the kind of personal power that, is kind of unthinkable in these times, where you utter a word and, the rivers start flowing the other way suddenly or whatever. The mountains lift up and go somewhere else at your word. Unless you're at that level of power, you're going to have to settle for repetitions. Here it is. It's very simple. It's common sense, but repeat this relentlessly and watch what happens to your life. It's really this. My life is getting better. That's it. That's it. My life's getting better. My life is getting better. Now employ this tool that I'm giving you. Watch what I do. My life is getting better. My life is getting better. My life is getting better. What's the other one? My life is getting better. You see how the emphasis unleashes specific spikes of intent in you. You can really sense that. One can really feel that. My life is getting better. 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 Do this over and over again, over and over again. Refuse to think anything else. Your mind deviates from this or related thoughts into something else, so bring it right back. Oh, well, that's all good. My life's getting better though. Yeah, sorry for you, but my life's getting better. Oh, whine, complain. Yeah, I hear you. And then inside you can go, yeah, but my life's getting better. Why can't you do that? You can do this. You can do this. Then suddenly you will, inspiration will start happening. Energy will start growing in you. Simply because your mind is starting to align eventually with this spell. And your mind will start looking for ways to make your life better. That's how it works. It'll start looking for ways, little ways, big ways that your life will improve. Here's another one. My life is improving all the time. I use this a lot. My life is improving all the time. I don't use it so much now, but in the past I have really just gone with it. My life is improving all the time. My life is improving all the time. My entire life, my life is improving all the time. My life is improving all the time. It is. There's no doubt about it. It is improving all the time. My life is improving all the time. Yes, it is. It is improving in every way. It's improving all the time. My life is improving all the time. It's not a single moment where my life is not improving. Yes, sorry for you and your loss, but my life's improving. Thank you. My life is improving all the time. My life is improving. My life is improving all the time. My life is improving all the time. You see? So play around with emphasis. Obviously, all the time won't work, but you get the idea. Play with this. Let me know in the comments what you think of this magic spell. And if you have any examples of moving towards betterment and seeing exactly how the average man's consensus insanity sits up and takes notice. Oh, someone's trying to be better. We can't have that. And then they start trying to clamp down on you. There will be some who will support you, and you keep them around you as much as possible. On that note, walk in freedom. I'll see you next week. Farewell.